G'day. Welcome to my backyard. We've all spent a fair amount of time at home of late, particularly those members who've been in self-isolation since the health restrictions were first announced. It's been a tough time for all of us, and in some cases, it's been even tougher. Our golf club has been severely impacted over the past few months by the forced closure of our clubhouse. This has affected all of us as members and the many guests and visitors that frequent the club. The local community groups we host on a regular basis are also unable to enjoy catching up with friends in a social, friendly environment. Whilst we've lost all of our income associated with the clubhouse, we're extremely fortunate to still have access to our golf course. This may have some limitations, but generally speaking, we've been adapting our timesheets and waiting lists to provide access to our members for competition and social rounds across the week. Today, I want to talk to you about our future. We all own this in one shape or another. Until recently, the club was managing its financial position pretty well. In the past year or so, we've survived the threat of bushfires, drought, wild storms, power outages, and now the worldwide pandemic. With our shutdown, we took the appropriate action as soon as possible and cut every imaginable cost across the board. All club staff were stood down with the exception of a rostered skeleton staff of 3 to keep the golf course in check. As we slowly emerge from this dark shadow, your club is biting at the bit to get back to where we need to be. But to do that, we need every member to help us. Asquith Golf Club is in a far better position than many other golf clubs throughout Australia, many of whom are servicing significant debt. Your club is debt-free, with the exception of our standard operating leases. Thankfully, the New South Wales Government has recognised golf as an important recreational sport that has physical and mental health benefits to the community. This, coupled with significant federal government assistance for small businesses and the JobKeeper program, puts us in a very strong position to survive this significant event. But now is not the time to be complacent. Our members' subs income accounts for 57% of our total net revenue, and it lays the foundation for our annual expenses to be met for the coming year. I'm appealing to all members to please support your club in the coming year. This includes golf, the halfway house, our bar facilities, dining and functions in whatever capacity we can provide, as well as our pro shop. Most importantly, we need every dollar of annual subs. We understand the impost on some members facing financial or employment pressures. The board is compassionate to your circumstances. We're all in this together, and Asquith Golf Club has a long and proud history of looking after our own in a fair and equitable manner for our members. As we run into the end of financial year, we need your help by paying your annual subs in full where possible. In recognition of these difficult times, we've placed the following measures in place for this year. There'll be no fee increase for 2021. There'll be no house levy applied to your annual subs. Should you have any residual from last year's house levy or prizes, they'll not be purged and they'll be rolled over into 2021. The club's monthly instalment plan is available to members. The administration fee for this will also be reduced by 50% for this year. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognise and thank our dedicated club staff. These hard-working men and women have displayed maturity and support for the club when they themselves have faced incredible financial stress and uncertainty. I admire each of you immensely, and I look forward to seeing the club fully operational as soon as practical. Over the coming year, your board will remain focused on not only returning us to our previous standard of course and clubhouse facilities, but exceeding it. This is a team effort, and it's going to take commitment and hard work. We're prepared to give 100% to the job at hand, but we also need members to give 100% support to be successful. Together, Asquith Golf Club is set for a bright and exciting future. Please stick with us and enjoy the journey. Good golfing. Whoops.